Hello students, this is Amit Kumar Sharma from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. So, we have been learning about ratios and proportion. We have finished all the parts that is about ratios. Now we are learning about proportion, and in the previous class I have told you what is a proportion. Proportion is nothing but, or we can say that the terms or the ratios we say are in proportion if the ratios are equal. So it concludes that if there is a ratios which are equivalent to same ratio, then the two ratios are in proportion. So we can say that if there is a number and we have two equivalent ratios of that numbers, then we say that both the equivalent ratios are in proportion. And I have told you what is the symbol for proportion. The symbol for proportion is 4 dots making a square. The symbol is what the symbol says. Symbol is 4 dots making a square, and if we write the numbers A, B, C, D in proportion, then we write it as A ratio B is proportional to C ratio D, and the middle terms are known as means, and the extreme terms or the terms which are the corner of the expression are known as extremes. And here is a conclusion that product of streams is equal to product of means. This is the proportionality, and we conclude that if we product the extremes, then it will be equal to product of the means. That is B multiplied by A multiplied by B is equal to B multiplied by C, because A and D are extremes and B and C are means. Now, based on this, we will solve some questions that will be word problems, or that will be in variable form. It is given that there we have given an expression and there will be any variable, and we have to find the value of x or y or the given variable. So we have one question as a word problem, and it is given that if 4 pencils, the question is that if 4 pencils cost rupees 26, how many pencils can you buy for rupees 78? So the question is given as if 4 pencils cost, if the cost of 4 pencils is 26 rupees, then then how many pencils we can buy from 78 rupees? So the question is in this manner, and we solve this question using proportion. So what we solve? We will find 4 pencil cost 26 rupees. That is means that if we write this in proportion, that will be written as 4 ratio 26, and the cost is 26 here and cost is 78. We have to find the value of pencil. So here we assume that the number of pencils we can buy from 78 rupees will be X. So here if we assume that we can buy X pencils, we assume that we can buy X pencils. So if we write this in proportion, we write it as 4:26 will be proportional to X ratio 78. And how to solve this? We know that if there is a proportionality expression given, then the product of extremes will be equal to product of means. So here the extremes are, here we write, we know that four multiplied by 78 will be equal to 26 multiplied by X. So if we transpose in linear equation, if we transpose the number, the order or the multiplicative or the expression will be changed. So here 4 multiplied by 78, if we transpose 26 from there to here, here it is in multiplication, so here it will be in division, and this is X. Now we will solve that. If we solve that, we cut it as 13 2 ja 36 and 13 6 ja 78. Now 2 1 ja 2 and 2 2 ja 4. So we got from here the value of X will be 12. So from here we conclude that. So from here we conclude that the number of pencils he can buy from 78 rupees will be 12. So he can buy 12 pencils from 78 rupees. Now moving on, we will solve some more questions based on this. If we solve more and more questions, then it will clarify the concept of proportion and how to solve any questions that will be given in form of expression. So in this word problem, we form an expression then solve it, but it is also given that we have to given the expression and we have to find the value of the variable. So let's write one more question. So here the question is given that find the missing number. We have to find the missing number, that is the value of X, using proportionality. And in proportionality or in proportion, we know that the product of extremes will be equal to product of means. So here the extremes are 1 and 12 and the means are 3 and X. So we can directly do it from here, as we know that the product of extremes is equal to product of means. So which implies that extremes are 12 and 1, so 1 into 12 will be equal to 3 into X. And 1 into 12 is nothing but 12 and 3 into X is nothing but 3X. So this is a linear equation, and we know very well how to solve a linear equation by transposing the coefficient of X from here to here, and it will be 12 divided by 3. It will be the value of X, and if we solve that, we will get the value of X will be 4. this is the way to solve any proportionality question. This is the simplest way. This is very simple. You can solve more and more questions to clear your concept and to equating by the product of streams and product of means. Look at the solution one more time. What you do, you already know that the extremes will be equal to product of means, and we just do normal transposition method by to solve a linear equation, and here we get the value of x, that will be 4. Now we will do one more question based on the word problem of proportion, and then we will learn about continued proportion. What is a continued proportion? So here is the second question, finding the value of variable, and the question is, if 2x proportional to 18, if 2x proportional to 18, 2x ratio 18 proportional to 6 ratio 12. So the question is given that if 2x ratio 18 proportional to 6 ratio 12, then find the value of x. So we will use the proportionality conclusion that product of extremes will be product of means. Simply we here write it as 2x into 12 will be equal to 18 into 6. Now we have to find the value of x. So we transpose numbers that are not variable, that is 12 from here to here, and if we transpose, the order will be reversed. If here is multiplication, then here it will be in division. So here we can simplify it. 6 1 ja 6, 6 2 ja 12, 2 1 ja 2, and 2 9 ja 18. So here we find the value of 2x will be 9. And if we transpose the value of x from here to here, we find that the value of x will be 9 upon 2, and that will be the value of x. This is the simple transposition you have learned in the previous chapter, algebra. How to solve a linear equation? Just what do we do? We remove 12 from here to here, so it will be from here, it will be multiplication, from there it will be in division. Now we will simplify that, and we will get the value will be 9. So 2x will be 9, so the value of x will be 9 upon 2. So this is how to find the missing number in a proportion. Now in our next question, we will find a missing number, but we have to also solve and form this proportional. So it will be a word problem. We will first form the proportional, and then we will find the value of variable or the quantity which we have to ask, or which is asked for us to find. Now see one more question. So here is a word problem given that a recipe calls for 2.5 cups of sugar to make 12 cookies. How much sugar is required to make 30 cookies? So what is given in the question? In the question it is given that if we have to make the cookie, we need 2.5 cups of sugar to make 12 cookies. तो 12 कप कुकी को बनाने के लिए हमको 2.5 कप्स की क्या जरूरत है? शुगर की जरूरत है. तो 30 कुकीज को बनाने के लिए कितने शुगर की जरूरत होगी? तो जिस वैल्यू को हमको फाइंड करना है उसको हम एज्यूम कर लेते हैं. दैट इज वी विल एज्यूम दैट वी नीड x cups of sugar to make 30 cookies. So here we write, let's assume that x cups of sugar needed. Now from here we will find a proportional expression or proportionality expression, and then we will solve the value of x. So why is it proportional? Because we need 2.5 cups of sugar to make 12 cookies. So the ratio of 2.5 with 12 must be equal to the ratio of x to the 30. If the ratio will not be equal, then the recipe will not be as good he make for the 12 cookies. So the taste of cookie will change and it will destroy the deliciousness of the cookie. So the ratio must be equal. If the ratio will not be equal, then the cookie will be washed. So here we write what 2.5 ratio 12 must be proportional to what x ratio 30. Why x? Because x is the cups of sugar and 2.5 is also cups of sugar. 12 is the number of cookie and here 30 is the number of cookie. Now here we know that the product of extreme in any proportional expression, the product of extreme will be equal to product of mean. So if we solve it from here to here, we can easily find that the product of 12 with x will be equal to product of 2.5 with 30. So here if we write product of means first, so here 12 into x must be equal to 2.5 into 30. Now moving on, if we multiply it first, so 12 into x will be equal to 12x and 30 multiply by 2.5, and if we solve this, 25 zeros are 0, 25 3s are 75, and the decimal here is in one place, so here the decimal will be on one place and this value is 75. So we can write 12x is equal to 75. Now we will find the value of x by transposing 12 from left hand side to right hand side. So it will be x will be equal to 75 divided by 12. Now we will divide this and find the expression in decimal. So if we divide 75 from 12, so everyone know how to divide division. We are learning division from class first, second or third. So 12 6 are 72. If we subtract 3.0, 12 2 are 24. Subtract the decimal is here, we can write a more 0. 12 5 are 16. So here what we got, 75 upon 12 is equal to 6.25. So she or he needs 6.25 cups of sugar to make 30 cookies. So in words we can say that he needs 6 cup and 1/4 cup to make 30 cookies. So 6 full cup and 1/4 part of that cup of sugar to make 30 cookies. This is how we solve this problem by using proportionality, and after solving that we find the cups of sugar. So proportionality remains the taste of the cooking will delicious. So here is the question. Look once at the solution and solve more questions based on the topic. In the next lecture, we will talk about continued proportion and how to find the other terms of the numbers of the proportional expression. So, and what is the unitary method, and that will be wind up the chapter. So, do all the questions in your copy and solve it. Thank you for the class.